boxes stacked in corridors, a family piano wrapped in blankets, and in the hush of Windsor Park, a single balloon drifts toward the ceiling. This isn't just another house move. It's the Prince and Princess of Wales quietly rewriting what royal life looks like. After years of upheaval, Elizabeth II's death, Charles's illness, Catherine's diagnosis, William has called it the hardest year of my life. Now, with Kate in remission, they've chosen a new base, Forest Lodge in Windsor Great Park. 8 bedrooms, a ballroom, lawns instead of marble. And, more importantly, distance from London's constant spotlight. It raises a larger question. If the future king lives less like a monarch and more like a father in the suburbs, does the crown lose its magic or gain its humanity? Forest Lodge is no palace. Yes, it's large, with tennis courts and a ballroom, but it's surrounded by parkland, not tourists. The Wales family will move there later this year, leaving Adelaide Cottage behind. Why Windsor, not London? Proximity to Lambrook School, privacy, and security. In Kensington Palace, cameras lurked outside the gates. In Windsor, perimeters are easier to guard. The couple have framed this as their forever home. Even when William becomes king, Forest Lodge may remain their family anchor. That alone challenges tradition. King Charles still prefers Clarence House. Buckingham Palace, under renovation until 2027, hasn't felt like a true home in years, and reports suggest Charles may never fully live there. If William follows suit, the very idea of the palace as royal residence could fade. The tone is clear, a family-first monarchy. William and Kate limit live-in staff, preferring normalcy for their children. This episode traces how 3 turbulent years brought them here, why this move matters, and what it signals for the crown's future. In 2022, the Wales family left Kensington Palace for Adelaide Cottage. It was smaller, more private, an experiment in balancing duty with childhood. Soon after, Queen Elizabeth II died. William and Kate became Prince and Princess of Wales, stepping into larger roles. The pressure intensified. Then came 2024. Catherine's diagnosis shook the nation. She withdrew from public life for treatment. In January 2025, she announced remission, relief, but also honesty about recovery being a long road. William, usually guarded, admitted it was the hardest year of my life. A rare glimpse of vulnerability in a man raised to withhold it. Meanwhile, King Charles faced health struggles of his own. Yet moments like a veteran saluting him at VJ Day in August 2025 reminded the public why continuity matters. In the monarchy, homes are more than walls. Balmoral signals tradition. Sandringham, Christmas. Windsor, stability. By choosing Windsor again, the Wales family are sending a message. Resilience is rooted not in palaces, but in ordinary rhythms of home. Here lies the core tension. The monarchy survives on visibility. Yet the Waleses want privacy for George, Charlotte, and Louis. London means cameras. Kensington Palace was a fishbowl. Windsor offers space, tree-lined drives, controlled access, and fewer photographers hiding behind hedges. But the move is symbolic too. Shrinking the palace as home could shrink the magic. If Buckingham becomes only a stage, does the crown lose some of its mystique? Then there are logistics. Windsor is farther from central engagements. Security costs shift. And school choices matter. George is nearing secondary school. Eton, just nearby, looms as a decision not just for education, but for public perception. Even staff arrangements raise questions. William and Kate reportedly keep live-in staff to a minimum. Admirable for normalcy, but can a royal household truly function without them? The press frames this as a retreat or a reset. Either way, it shapes expectations. Will the Waleses be accessible leaders, or a quieter, suburban monarchy? And, inevitably, money hovers. Renovations are said to be self-funded, a deliberate contrast with past taxpayer controversies. Optics matter. For Catherine, the emotional layer is clear. She's spoken about recovery being the hardest part. Home, then, becomes therapy. The question, can healing and monarchy coexist? The turning point comes not in ceremony, but in silence. Adelaide Cottage stands nearly empty. The children walk through Forest Lodge for the first time. Rooms await their touch. A piano is unwrapped, school art pinned to fresh walls. And with that, a statement is made: Buckingham Palace will not be the Wales's family home. Like Charles, William intends to treat it as an office, not a nursery. It reframes majesty. No longer corridors of marble, but lawns where children play. A softer brand of sovereignty. In a carefully edited broadcast, William's words, "The hardest year of my life," play over images of domestic life. This is the pivot, the monarchy bending toward relatability. But it sparks a dilemma. Does leaning into family life save the monarchy with a human face, or erode centuries of ritual that gave it weight? The choice is deliberate. Ordinary, on purpose. In the short term, the shift means fewer London sightings. Rota photographers will wait longer for shots. Coverage pivots to school events or Windsor engagements. Medium term, state occasions remain at palaces, but family life anchors in the park. Christmas at Sandringham, summers at Balmoral, but school gates and soccer sidelines in Windsor. Institutionally, if neither Charles nor William fully occupy Buckingham Palace, its identity may change. By 2027, it could stand more as a museum and office than a family home. That's a quiet revolution. Public opinion divides. Some praise the protection of the children. Others fear the future king is retreating from view. Ethics complicate matters. Catherine's remission doesn't erase boundaries. Journalists must weigh curiosity against compassion. And yet, moments like the veteran salute to Charles show that visibility, even rare, can be deeply powerful. Perhaps fewer appearances will mean more impact. History suggests adaptation keeps the crown alive. After the abdication in 1936, George VI restored stability. After the Windsor fire in 1992, the Queen opened Buckingham to the public. Each time, the institution bent, without breaking. Now, William and Catherine bend tradition again. They show that majesty doesn't require constant spectacle. That legitimacy can live in laughter at the dinner table, not just on a balcony. But questions linger. Will summers stay semi-public while terms stay private? If Buckingham becomes only a stage, does mystique fade or sharpen? And when George is a teenager, can the ordinary childhood promise survive? For now, the story ends at Forest Lodge. At dusk, lights glow through its windows. Inside, shoes pile by the door, framed photos scatter across tables. It looks like any family home. And yet, within its quiet halls, the next crown is learning what ordinary feels like.